And you should be going.
Welcome back, everyone, to Currents of War, the third Midgehheim campaign we've done using the Fabula Ultima system. Sorry we weren't here last week because my power went out. So that was fun. But we're here this week, and I can't wait to get to what I have planned. Last time, the gang managed through great guile, skill, and perseverance to defeat the Red Caps hidden under Champagan, um, even destroying them when they congealed into an aspect of Rawhead Bloody Bones, the patient zero of Red Cap disease, and perhaps one of the most nightmarishly powerful fairies in all of existence. Our heroes are now content to leave Champagan and have even been offered part of a business deal by Pierre Rancine, who knows of a wizard tower in the nearby city of Relacon that's been abandoned for a few years and hasn't yet been thoroughly looted. So, our heroes now have several magical artifacts potentially in their future as they begin to leave Champagan and make their way to Relacon. Is there any last business we'd like to take care of in Champagan?
I don't think so. Nothing I can think of.
I don't think so.
I think we've checked everything on the map except for like the state, but we didn't really have any reason to go there.
Fair. All right. As you pass through, if anyone would like to make a double insight check while going through the various lookout towers of Champagan.
Oh, I do know that we ordered the silversmith. He was going to make a box, silverline box, to seal up the ashes of all the goblins.
Yep, and he's made it by this point. He works fast.
Okay. Yeah. Want to make sure we do that and bury it down there in the goblin town so they can't rise up under the next moon.
Make damn sure that they do not rise again.
Maybe pouring the rest of the holy water into the box. Make a good ash clay.
Well, Arthur, these are some very well-built lookout towers, and they seem to be fully manned, meaning this town is very safe and secure.
Okay, I don't trust like that. Hold on.
Flavian, I mean, you've seen prettier. Moncher, I mean, they seem pretty sturdy. Grugan, as you're passing through, as you guys pass through the lookout towers, Grugan, you notice something odd about a few of the guards that you see, stationed at the various windows of the towers. Some of them are oddly stiff, and upon looking at them for more than a few seconds, you realize they're scarecrows. Not the anime kind, but just their guard costumes that have been propped up at the windows to look like the towers are fully guarded. And very few of the people in the towers seem to be moving at all, much less seem to be wholly, like actual flesh and blood humans.
Okay. He's gonna lean over to Art and go, "You see those in the window?"
Yep. Oh, he's not moving.
No.
Oh.
I don't think Champagan is half as well defended as it thinks it is.
They also could have been put up to help make sure that the other guys are playing nice while they're in town. But it's probably best for us to get out of here before one of us does something they'll regret. And by one of us, probably me. So.
I suppose sometimes the illusion of safety is better than none at all.
Yes. But I also think remember talking on how we were going to go on the route we were taking, we should be able to run into the daughter of the fellow who's the knight that passed away, and she can come back and help reinforce the town a bit. if we can find her.
Could also give her a heads up that there's an absolute asshole here, so...
They're also that as well.
All right. And with that, you guys cross, unhindered across the bridge over the Guivia River into the neighboring town of Relacon. Relacon is a bit smaller than Champagan. Clearly, most of the trade goes to the south rather than to the north, which makes a certain amount of sense. Champagan is by the Arden Woods and has more unique resources to share than Relacon does, being in the mainland of Francaine. But it is a fairly nice, medium to slightly large-sized town. It has a marketplace, it has an inn, it has a Society of the Wilderness, whatever that is, and as Pierre Rancine points out on the map, it has the Tower of Pestimus the Foul, a dilapidated wizard tower that has clearly been abandoned for at least a few years.
Yeah, looks like my kind of a jig.
Well, that's it right up there. That's the Tower of Pestimus the Foul. Seems like he's not a particularly beloved wizard in these parts, or he wasn't. Didn't seem to have any family left behind either, so basically all of his magic stuff's just kind of sitting there, laying to waste. And potentially a ticking time bomb if it's not taken care of in time. Not that I know what a bomb is. It's the Middle Ages.
I don't mean to stereotype, but with a name like that, it's not really a surprise he wasn't very popular.
Don't wizards, like, pick their own name sometimes?
Well,
Yeah,
they
that
generally
that
pick
has
the name, but the titles tend to be given.
Yeah, so he had a flair for the theatrical.
Might be that he just didn't bathe very often.
Exactly.
Right, so
Sorry.
here's a reminder of the deal I'm willing to cut with you. Whatever you find in there that you want to keep, go ahead and keep it. You're the ones risking your lives. If there's anything you don't want to keep, I'll sell it and we'll split it 60-40, 60 to you, 40 to me.
Fair enough.
Yeah, you got
Yeah,
yourself
nice
a deal, Pierre.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and get myself a nice room at the Sidao Inn. I've heard it's very lovely this time of year.
Fair enough.
Are we still messed up from our foray down?
No, we healed up.
No, you guys had a night at the inn in Champagan to sort of
Oh yeah, that's
recover and recuperate.
Oh, I missed my
We're
60.
level 10 now.
right. So should we head straight for the tower, or?
I mean, if we want to. I'm kind of curious myself about this Society of the Wilderness.
It is on the way there, so.
Nothing stopping us from stopping.
I ain't got any objections.
Why not?
Right.
Alright. Thank you for humoring me.
When you go to the Society of the Wilderness, they have it's not quite heraldry, but they have a little insignia that is like two deer antlers over a tree. Brown, goldish brown over green. And inside, it's very similar to the hunting lodge in Alsace, but also filled with bits of cartography. There are several framed maps, as well as a small library of printed books and a churning magic printing press that they've clearly been using to make their own copies. There's a bunch of sort of hunter, wilderness explorer types wandering about, and one of them takes notice of you and is like, "Oh, are you interested in joining the Society of the Wilderness?"
Perhaps learning about it first.
Wonderful,
We're new to
wonderful.
town.
Welcome. As you know, here in Relicon, we are right next to the Belle Dormant Woods. One of the only forests in all of Francaine with a sky oak tree. As a result, the sheer number of arcane flora and fauna in this area is staggering compared to other places in our country. We here at the Society of the Wilderness do our part to scout the surrounding Belle Dormant Woods, try and make accurate maps and trails and lists of the fauna and their behaviors and expectations and how to survive amongst these beautiful and majestic arcane creatures. Here, and he shows you a book that says Bestiary of Belle Dormant. This is the most up-to-date edition so far of the various creatures you can find in the Belle Dormant Woods. And here, he grabs another one, Trails of Belle Dormant. This is updated as of last month. Our various trails, maps, and other guides and tips to finding your way through the woods.
Oh. Thank you.
Now, because the Belle Dormant is connected to certain parts of Fairyland, scouting it accurately is very difficult. So we're always looking for new explorers to join the Society of the Wilderness and help us gather more information and details on exactly how the woods is formed and what things we can find in there.
Fair enough.
And then you sell these books for profit? Is that the whole scheme of this?
Oh, yes. Well, I mean, profit. No, it's to help people. They're not that expensive to make, especially with our printing press. No, this means just 10 Zenit apiece. And a reminder to listeners, Zenit is not the currency of Midgahheim, it's the currency of Fabula Ultima.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. I'll take a copy of each.
Would be useful if we're going to be traveling through.
And I've posted the 2 Belle Dormant books from the Society of Wilderness in the loot box. If you come back with any useful information to provide for us for future editions, we will make sure to pay you a hefty explorer's fee.
10 Zenits? And then you're paying people to provide you more information? Man. This is the business you have here.
Oh, we don't really view it as a business. We view it as a civil service.
You mean this is all a charity to you?
Yes. Helping.
Forget about it.
I think I know. I think I've heard about this, Flavian. I think it's for them. Knowledge is wealth.
Nah, wealth is wealth.
God damn it,
Well, yeah, I think there's a chance we'll be headed that way at some point, so, if we find some pricey little morsel of information for you, we'll be sure to send it your way.
Well, thank you. And best of luck to you should you go through the Belle Dormant Woods.
I imagine when we come back through, our pal Flavian here will give you some nice funds for your help.
Oh, that'd be most appreciated. We do have a donation box right over there.
Donation? What is that? Are you a church or something?
Well, if people feel that we provide a valuable service and they're willing to help fund us to continue providing it, we're not going to refuse.
Art is going to
Oh.
immediately march over to the box and put in 100 Zenit into the box and make eye contact with Flavian.
I was about to do the same fucking thing.
Yeah.
That art doesn't have eyes.
200.
Flavian scratches his chin a little bit. Maybe there
And
is
Duck
something
is-
controlling that I'm not recognizing.
Duck goes, oh, I think I get it. Voluntary taxes.
Yeah. So they say. What do you think, Duck? Maybe it's all a ruse. They put up this front of being all well-meaning goody-goody like this. To trick people, like those two rubes.
I'm gonna put in 50 more Zenit as he says that.
Art puts another 50 Zenit in the box as well.
Mhm.
Never breaking eye contact.
No, that's four. I don't even know how much, but Duck is getting flustered watching that. Like, stop it.
I'm spite taxing myself.
And that's how democracy should run.
Duck is supportive of what they're doing, meaning the society, but still, seeing her party members give away money, she's just like, guys, no.
Charity, donations? What kind of concepts are these? You offer a service, and people pay you for it, or they don't pay you for it, and so you come up with a better service.
How's that working out for you?
Hey, hey,
Wow. I think that was the most hurtful thing anybody's ever said.
Ow.
Yeah.
hey, I need investors for a startup. We're getting there.
I'm actually dying. Little
Uh-huh. All right, I'll see you in 300 years then.
I'm out of this place.
Appreciate the books. Enjoy the donations. Take care, mate.
All right. And that's the Society of the Wilderness.
They're good fellas. I like them.
So how long do you think I gotta wait before I return there and tell them I found a purple-spotted goose that spits lightning bolts in the forest?
Just let me write that
I
down.
believe that, right?
The forest is merged with the fairyland a bit, mate. You start speaking things, they come true. Do you want to fight a
Yeah.
purple goose with lightning?
Yeah.
If we
Fair
come
point.
across a purple goose with lightning now, I'm making you fight it.
Okay, well then I'll just think of harmless things from here on out, like
Giant marshmallow
a
man.
gopher that just gives you money. That sounds nice.
Oh, what that owes me money?
A gopher that gives money.
Gopher that gives money. All right, thank you.
Oh boy.
All right.
I think that's just a type of gnome.
It would be, yeah.
Well, if everyone's ready, let's go ahead and get into this Tower of Pestimus the Foul. Wonder how many bugs are inside.
Okay.
Find out.
You guys find the Tower of Pestimus the Foul. One of the first things you notice upon approaching the tower is that it seems architecturally unwise.
And what?
Like, clearly the sort of thing that probably needs magic to hold up entirely. And it's probably, like, speaking to the amount of magic that was poured into this thing that it hasn't fallen upon itself by now. But the window to taking its various treasures is probably very slim. But it does seem, at least at the moment, to be stable enough. If perhaps a little cramped as you enter here in a small floor, which upon entering you realize contains a toilet, a bathtub, and a sink. For some reason, Pestimus the Foul decided the very first floor of his tower should be the bathroom.
Ah, now I get it. People would come in to find him and he'd be on the shitter. And everyone's like, oh, that's foul. But he's a wizard, so it's not like it's going to be anything bad. And it's a pun. Okay. Oh, I get it.
Well, I guess we knew he didn't smell bad.
Or he was naked in the shower. Naked in the tub.
You find stairs going down and stairs going up.
So, the wizard probably kept all of his good magic items in the upstairs, and he kept his weird shit in the basement. Both are probably worth money. I'm gonna leave that up to you, Flavian. What's a dead guy need money for? I think we should start with up because it's easier to get out of a collapsing tower if you're on the top floor than it is if you're in the basement.
Yeah, if that starts happening, I'm jumping on your back, Monsieur.
Flavian just looks at Art, just puzzled by his logic.
Well, I only ever met a wizard once. He was a bit of a prick. But he had a tower, and he did all of his magic stuff in the top because he's like, I don't know why. He didn't really tell me. Just he did all the stuff on the top part, lived in the middle, had an entry floor, and then did weird experiments in the basement when you didn't need prying eyes at it.
I think I know the way to decide this. Rugen, which way do you feel comfortable marching up first?
So, I'd say going down first, because it's less likely that anything's down there that we want. And if the tower collapses and there happens to be something there, we'll never get to it.
Yeah, do the bottom first. That way we can take care of it quicker. So we have less risk of the tower coming down on us.
I mean, to be fair, it's been standing despite very obvious decay and degradation. I'm not sure it will even come down on us, but yeah, let's go basement. On mine.
There's also less chance of something creeping up on us from the basement if we go in the basement first.
This is true.
Hey, can't argue with that.
Well, like the Ladriel of Gothlorian, we're doing the bottom first then.
And on stream. Okay.
PT has no shame.
We live in a post-muncher society. There's no shame anymore.
Honestly, no shame started with Cock Batman, let's be honest.
Yeah, it did. It did.
Hey, this is rather nice.
All right. The first basement floor you come into is kind of just a cozy little nook. There's a little fireplace that's still on, and also somewhat nonsensical to be on this floor, and the fact that there's no chimney. But it's nice. There's nice chairs, lots of pillows, a bearskin rug. It's just a cozy little reading lounge, I guess.
What do you guys think? Think this furniture would fetch anything? I guess we could just hand it to Pierre. No, we just take it anyway, and I bet Pierre will still give us money for it.
I don't know if we're going to be able to fit those chairs up that spiral stairway. I think these were teleported in.
That is actually correct.
We probably could roll up the bearskin rug, though, if you really wanted to.
Yeah, and you say that as Duck is already like lifting it up to see if there's anything underneath it.
You know, I'm impressed it's actually not like an animated rug as a self-defense kind of a thing. You'd think a wizard would have more security.
Duck freezes.
This day and age.
Is there anything under the rug?
No, just dust, I suppose. But it's a good rug, good solid bearskin rug. Looks to be of some sort of arcane bear, which I know I have a name for. But they're Beowulfs because that's what Beowulf means. Beowulf, which is another word for bear.
Yeah.
Because a wolf that loves honey.
What
If
is
you want-
that?
No, go ahead.
Oh no, that's stupid. Good.
I was like, if you want it, you can take it, I guess. Though if the wizard is reported dead and the reports are greatly exaggerated, you probably will want to return his bearskin rug.
As you
Oh.
pick up the bearskin rug, the head turns to you and says, "What could I get you?"
I think it's worth more if it talks.
What could I get you?
Are you a servant?
A cup of tea, please.
A cup of tea. And then the bearskin rug stands up all wobbly like, and sort of flops, and slightly flops, slightly walks or waddles to the wall, and clumsily claws on a stone, which activates a rune, and you feel your hands move of their own accord to hold out for a cup of tea that appears in them.
Huh.
Anything else?
I would
No.
like a map to the secrets of the tower.
Anything else?
Yeah, I had to try.
Anything else?
Yeah, how does he feel about going outside the front door and waiting for us there?
I'm sorry, I do not understand. Anything else?
A giant ham.
One ham. And then a giant ham appears in your hands.
Excellent. He puts it in the jar.
Anything else?
I wonder how specific you can get with it. Because can I go?
Anything else?
Does anyone mind if I try something?
Go for
Go
it.
ahead.
My wife's biscuits.
That's some stuff.
Biscuits. It paws the wall, and biscuits, not your wife biscuits, but just normal biscuits, appear in your hand.
Pop one in the mouth. Not bad.
It's
Just
all
biscuits.
right. Yeah, it's fine.
They're fine.
Anything else?
No, thank you. This is lovely.
All right then. And then it immediately flops down on the ground.
That is
Hmm.
weird.
I wonder if we could pry the brick out with the rune on it.
You want
Probably
this
tied
off the
to the
bearskin
castle.
rug?
No, I want the food generator.
Yeah. So if that bear comes with this room, do you think this bear is only going to work in the tower itself?
Probably.
Yeah, so it's useless to us.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's DRM, directly rationed magic.
I like that phrase.
We got another floor to hit.
Also, the fire's nice, but where is it going?
Magic.
It's fair enough.
Yeah. All right, going down.
Yes.
We've been searching these rooms as we've gone.
Well, don't worry. You've found what you need so far.
These are getting
Um,
cramped.
Going down, you find a far more cramped area with limited seating and a selection of strange handmade leather-bound books that don't bear titles, but rather what you can tell are dates. specifically they're like each one is a year.
How far back does it go?
At least 60 years. There's 60 volumes here. And the last one is about 5 years ago, which roughly lines up with when Pestimus passed away.
Do you think these could be his like yearly journals since he started living here?
Could be.
Oh, actually, before anyone touches anything, rich people love to do stuff with bookcases and stuff. Hold on, let me take a look over. Can Duck try to search to see if there's any like hidden mechanisms, like pull this book and then this one to open up an Addams Family door hidden passage?
Yeah, and I'm going to give it to you without making you roll it, because Fabula Ultima is nice that way. This is something that you would know how to do, and I don't have to make you roll for something that you should just be able to do. You check it thoroughly and see that these are, in fact, all just actual volumes of books. There's no secret passageway here. Seems that whatever Pestimus was like in life, he probably wasn't too paranoid. Which makes sense if a person who decides the first floor of his house should be the fucking bathroom.
I mean, you're not wrong.
There are just 60 volumes, each one containing what would assume to be a year's worth of whatever is inside them.
I guess we should check the most recent one and see like the last couple entries.
Yeah. As you open the most recent one, just while trying to flip to the back, you notice that the handwriting about halfway in gets less and less neat with each page that you go across, and more harried, as if Pestimus was writing things down in increasing panic or frustration. You go through and through, and eventually you find the last entries, and a lot of it is just a bunch of details, like location names, specific times of day, and signs like of it being the right moment, whatever that means, like the sound of a blue jay cawing or what have you. The last entry is just, "Damn you, Andromalius! Damn you, Andromalius! Damn you, Andromalius!"
I'll point that out to the rest of the group. That name sound familiar to anybody? It doesn't sound goblin. That's too fancy. It doesn't sound fairy. Or at least not any fairy I've heard.
Does anyone have in their background... Actually, I'll let everyone be able to do this, because Frank Kane would at least have enough history with this country to have knowledge of certain parts of its language, like France does with Italy. This is going to be a double insight roll of 12 or above to get this successfully.
Well, I have a special ability.
I've heard of it.
I have not.
Check.
Do you think?
I mean,
would
Duck
that
hasn't, but that
GT
ability
in
is
this
great.
scenario?
Sorry, what? What?
Would you think my
I've heard of it.
class skill applies in this scenario?
When you are an ally who is able to hear or understand, you perform a check to examine a creature, item, or location. Yeah, I'll allow that.
Okay, I'll apply that to my roll, so that my roll gets a +4 boost. I'll just add that when I roll it.
Damn,
All right.
Urgen got the crit.
That actually makes a certain amount of sense to me.
Oh, damn,
okay.
that's an 18 for Flavian then. Oh, no, you added the
I
4.
added the 4 to that.
Okay. Art, Flavian, Grugan, this is what you're all going to publicly get to know that you all know. Andromalius seems to be a combination of two words in the Mediterranean language, specifically Northern Mediterranean. Andro meaning man, or possibly just human, and Malleus meaning evil or bad or nasty. So a translation of this name could be bad man. I'm going to, Grugan, because you got a critical success, and because I like to have that mean something, I'm going to give you just one additional bit of information.
This will be interesting.
Like, the thing is, like, that sounds really familiar, and I'm trying to remember where I remember it from. Not in character, just in general.
It's music spitting.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Really is. Now, if he died 5 years ago, and this goes back about 60 volumes, we could probably find one of his journals from the year I died if you wanted to be morbid. Probably won't have anything relevant, but could be fun.
I mean, do you know what year you were deceased?
Yeah, if I was talking to a fella in the tavern, I think it was about like 60 years ago was the last Goblin War.
I'll look up on starting books. Is there one talking about the Goblin War?
Pessimist, as you read through the diaries, I'll let you get your thing in this moment, Scott, but I don't want to point this note out in the diaries. As you go through them, the more you read them, the more you start to glean that each entry is talking about a specific event or events in the day, and seems to be saying, like, if this happens, then do this. Wait for this moment before you do this. Like, he's planning out his day to a level that a person could not possibly foresee normally.
Oh, this guy's drunk on portents.
This guy's been using a lot of prophecy magic. And the last book seems to be about the prophecies curdling on him, as each day he tries to find a way to change his fate from a dark track, only for it to get darker because of his actions.
Well, this makes a lot of sense with what I'm getting.
Messing with stuff he shouldn't be. Alright, I don't think there's anything particularly worth note.
These are the rantings of a madman. Not worth any money, unfortunately.
I don't
Jurgen,
know
you
if
got
they're
that?
mad rantings.
I'm gonna say you got that look you get when you know something.
I'm not sure, like, entirely what they are, but I know that some courts in the Unseelie will give out sacrifices to demons. And that sounds like a demon name. I'm not entirely sure what that means.
For everyone else present, except Duck, I'm gonna make you take a DC 12 insight check to know what a demon is. Duck, it'll be a DC 10. Or at least to have some idea what a demon is.
I mean, Duck comes from the Unseelie, so. Duck rolled another 8.
Duck, the name sounds familiar, and you've always kind of assumed it was just another fairy court? Or something akin to fairies? Like a name of some very high-ranked Unseelies?
Okay.
Mon cher, you've heard the word demon mentioned a few times. It seems kind of synonymous with monster. Maybe used when a person wants to emphasize that a monster is especially bad. Mm-hmm. Arthur, you've heard of demons as like some sort of afterlife apparition, some creatures from the underworld that people do not, normally mess with. And Flavian, is that your roll up there? The 12? Flavian, because you've hung out with Ross Weber, you've heard of demons as some sort of spirit that which you kind of synonymize with fairies whenever it's mentioned, even when people are talking about ghosts, that witches make deals with for power, which Ross Weber talked about very disparagingly.
Mm-hmm. But that was where I thought it would go.
Yeah, so all of you have like vague ideas. You've heard the word before, but nothing specific, nothing concrete. You know, very much a nebulous boogeyman in your eyes. Ironically, more nebulous than the actual boogeyman. But yeah, we have a floor up. We can go back up, or we can go down to the final basement floor.
Final basement floor. Final basement.
Onward and onward.
Oh, that's
Alright.
too cramped for me. I'm staying up here.
You
Oh,
find
yeah.
a very tiny room with very tiny furniture. And as you step in, dozens of rats crawl out of little holes in the walls. And as they scurry around, you realize they're all dressed in tiny wizard outfits. They've got little robes and little pointy-crowned hats. Some of them have little glasses. But otherwise, they are acting exactly like normal rats.
Pessimist?
None of them seem to respond to that in any way that's meaningful. They just scurry around. Some of them sort of run by your feet. And one even tugs at a pant leg and looks up expectantly.
Oh, hi, little fella. How you doing?
Does that little rodent thing where its lips quiver and its teeth chatter.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I don't know if I got much on me. Don't need to eat a whole lot, but let's see what I got. And I will pull out one of the biscuits from 2 floors up because I haven't eaten all of them yet.
All right, when you throw the biscuit down, the rats all immediately scramble to it to get their chunk.
There you go. Rat's taken
And
care
then
of.
most of them scurry back to the walls, of a few just sort of staying out and about to explore a little bit.
I mean, it's a wizard tower. You're gonna get wizard rats.
Flats.
Not
I wonder
sure
what's
that's how
with
it
this-
works.
I mean, it's wizards. They don't make sense. I'm also curious what this thing over here on the wall is. Is it just a grate? A door?
Just a grate. Just a grate.
Just a grate.
And Duck do her thievery once over and see if there's anything pocketed away or hidden
Yeah,
safes.
Unfortunately, it seems like all 3 basement floors are kind of duds. The rats could possibly fetch a little bit of money. If you caught them, people might find the novelty of rats that apparently are content to wear wizard outfits to be kind of charming.
Now, see, I don't know if these are rats that have been, magically inclined to enjoy clothing, or if this swarm is pessimist, because with a name like that, if a curse backfired or something, being turned into a swarm of rats does seem like the kind of irony that curses love.
Maybe Pessimist was just 40 rats in a trench coat the entire time.
Yes, he truly is a pessimist now. Not that I'm
Yeah.
confirming or denying this theory.
Well,
I just saw a joke and I wanted to take it.
is the tiny rat that pulled on my pant leg still out?
Yeah, it's eating a good crumb of biscuit.
I'm gonna go over to the rat and put a hand down. It's like, hey, little buddy, you want to go upstairs with me?
It looks at your hand for a moment and then goes right back to its biscuit.
I don't want to just pick him up, but he's very. Wait, I could just pick the biscuit up. He reaches down and picks up the biscuit.
It bites you.
Ow!
You don't fuck with its food.
That's fair.
Yeah, leave them be. I'm not trading in any rodents.
All
Well,
that
I
magic
just
fighting
saw
his bones.
There's a rat gnawing on my finger bones. It's kind of nice. Kind of weird. It's a weird feeling. It kind of hurts. I was just wanting to see if you wanted to come along for the rest of the adventure because, like,
It is not paying attention. It's got a biscuit.
this is fair.
Keep it
I-
safe inside your rib cage.
I'm not gonna put it in my rib cage. I can feel in there still, I think.
Yeah.
Well, what if you told it it could get more food by going upstairs?
Hi, little rat buddy. There's more food upstairs.
It's not listening.
It's currently cheesed out, mate.
I think these are actual, just, intellectually, for the moment, just rats. Besides their adorable
Yes.
old-fashioned sense.
That's fair. I was just wondering if you wanted to come along with. Let's get back upstairs before I get left behind in the basement.
All right.
I mean,
Leave
let's go.
the rats behind for now. Wondering if you made the right choice.
I'll fed them. They'll be doing fine.
You did. We don't need no rats with us. We're not trading in animals here.
I mean-
You find the second, above ground floor of the tower is a fucking bedroom.
The second floor, that's...
The second floor is his bedroom.
Does this guy build his tower upside down?
He's got a huge and luxurious bed. Despite the 5-year layer of dust on it, it still looks incredibly pleasant. It's got a trunk next to it. There's a functional crystal ball.
Yeah, again, Duck just wants to go around doing her thievery business and see if there's anything interesting.
And that
Didn't
crystal ball, we gotta grab that.
The crystal ball is like the clear winner of all the objects in here. Inside the trunk, you do find a shitload of cloves, which wizards' magic seeps into their clothing over time. And while that doesn't necessarily mean their clothing is enchanted, it often means that it has brighter, more fantastical colors than one normally finds. Like, a lot of wizards don't buy fine clothes. Their clothes just become very eye-catching and, colorful as time goes on. Which
No, that's not fair.
means selling his clothes for a not too modest sum.
Pierre could probably really move these.
Yeah.
I mean, if,
But
some of you don't want some for yourself.
real fine. It's very hard to make a functional crystal ball. And this one's fairly large, which is also nice. A crystal ball can allow you to communicate both visually and audibly with anyone else who has it. And if you're very gifted of evocation magic, it can even allow you to teleport to someone wherever they are by connecting with their crystal ball.
Ooh. So maybe we should keep one just in case.
There's just the one, and it would fetch a lot of money, but it would possibly be more useful to you as something that you keep.
Well, we'll grab it for now, and we can make a decision at the tavern.
Or
Almost
poking
ready.
your phone.
So, what about this chest drawer over here? I know we talked about the trunk, but I wasn't sure if there's anything in here. Or is that where the crystal
In
ball is?
there, you find you find more handmade leather-bound books. No title on the spine or the front. And in fact, they look to have been made very cheaply. And when you look inside, you realize it's troll smut.
What?
It's a bunch of smut magazines.
Hey,
Of troll
Flavian.
women.
Flavian, you're gonna have to find a market for this, but this will sell. Trust me. And he just hands the uncovered, unmarked book.
You're right. Sex sells. Yep.
I mean,
Figure it out. You might not even sell to a troll. There's people with interesting interests out there.
I wasn't saying a troll, I just said people be interested in this. And at the least case, you can go to your favorite wizard friend who keeps on trying to embarrass you in front of your quote-unquote dad. And be like, here, I got a magical tome, and I'll give it to you for free. And he opens it, and it's trolls. But I really don't like that green hat guy.
There anything special about the bed other than its absurd size?
It's really comfortable. Like it's like sleeping on a cloud. Say what you will about Pestimus. He lived in style.
Too bad we can't get this furniture out of here.
That would
Not
be
easy.
nice. This tower is fucking weird.
Oh, wait, hold on. This is weird.
You enter a room filled with 5 mounted Sianak, which is arcane deer heads, on the walls, above 3 Barghest skins, arcane wolves. When you all step into the room, the heads of the various trophies begin speaking. I don't have eyes, but once I did see. I once had thoughts, now white and empty.
Is it a riddle?
I don't have eyes, but once I did see. I once had thoughts, now white and empty.
I'm guessing that's a yes.
It's a frozen body of water.
Incorrect! And then, okay. Everyone takes 13 fire damage as all of the heads spit fireballs at you.
Ah!
I don't
13?
have eyes, but once I did 13. But
13.
once I did see. I once had thoughts, now white and empty.
Give us just a second. Huddle up. So
Okay.
Oh.
Well, at least they're.
Well, at least they're polite.
Yeah.
I am a seared duck right now. We need to figure this out.
Yeah, I don't want to get fried by these things.
So I'm actually trying to figure this out. I cannot think of it. I'm bad at riddles.
It's
alright.
I once had
Here,
always...
I'll post it so you can at least look at the words.
I got it. I think.
I got it. I got an idea too. What are you thinking?
Put your thing in the
In the text chat.
yeah. See if we got the same thing or not. Considering what's talking to us right now. Yep, that's what I think.
Oh, yeah.
'Cause,
That makes sense.
white and empty.
Say it out loud.
Take off your hat. Art.
Takes off the hat, drops the glamour, a skull.
The glass eyes of each of the heads rolls back up in their heads as they open their jaws as wide as they possibly can. We'll go like, and then with a poof of purple smoke, a strange scepter, with a human skull as the head of it, tumbles to the ground. And you guys find the skull staff.
Ooh.
That's weird.
The heads snap back to attention. Bright as diamonds, loud as thunder, never still, a thing of wonder.
That kind of wants that skull stuff.
We're just picking it up and we're putting it in our bags.
Oh,
Oh, Yeah, I'd go with that. I like
Mhm,
that.
That's a good one.
A river?
The heads turn to each other. It's like close enough.
A wave?
We think that's close enough. And they do the horrifying roll back at eyes roll in the back of the head thing again, and out pops a very strange sort of weapon. It's sort of a chain, but each link is like a sliver of a piece of a sword blade. So it's like a bladed whip almost. It's the cask blade. The
The answer
actual
was
answer
a
was a
waterfall.
waterfall. You know, close enough.
That was my other. Okay. I mean, you can't.
Final
go
riddle.
a river.
My life can be measured in hours. I only serve to be devoured. Slim I die quick, fat I die slow. A gusty gale my direst foe.
Scandal?
Did you say that out loud?
Yeah.
Their eyes roll back in their head, and you guys get the wick shot. A bow whose brim is encased in magic candle wax. When in use, the bowstring ignites the arrow upon release.
Ooh.
Ooh, and it's non-martial, so anyone could use it.
All of these are non-martial. They're for use by a wizard.
This is
That's
true.
pretty neat. What was the answer to that riddle?
A candle.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Now these are treasures, aren't they? Well, probably a little too good to give to Pierre.
He did say we could keep what we found if we found use for it, so.
Thank you kindly, dear heads.
You're welcome. Alright, don't we count? Asked one of the wolves.
Oh, yes, you count too. Sorry, I was out of character.
Yeah, I thought I'd get it because I'm on the floor. I'll get it.
Out of
Okay.
character, I thought it was just the deer heads. In character, I would be like, oh yeah, you too, no worries.
As we're going
All
down
right.
the stairs, Duck would just be like, I think the way they look when they rewarded us was worse than when they punished us.
Ooh, it's steamy up here.
It is steamy up here.
You find yourself
Ooh, comfy.
in a sort of indoor garden / pond. There's a bunch of very large fish swimming around in this sort of fountain, I guess you could say, over here, and lots of beautiful, well kept for plants that have survived despite the owner of the place being gone for 5 years.
Maybe I should take those plants.
If anyone would like to make a check to know about plants, and if anyone can bullshit a reason why their character would know very well about looking for valuable flora.
I think Duck might know just from like poison stuff. Maybe he robbed a high-end greenhouse. I don't know. I don't think she would.
Like you could use might plus insight or willpower as a check to like recognize which ones are in poisons that you know of.
I cannot think of any bullshit reason.
One fair gathers plants for food and whatnot. Probably
Yeah,
has gained the.
I can see that.
Mhm.
And again, I'll allow you to use might for it because in this case it is relating to the upkeep of your body, and might's not just about physical brawn.
You said might and insight?
Oh,
Keep rolling.
insight, not willpower.
Apparently he does not.
I'll allow you to use willpower too. That's also fine.
You also have a fabulous
yeah, 'cause
Ultima
I-
point that you could use to reroll that one, Shady.
Fuck it, we ball.
Yeah, reroll that
Right.
D10.
That
So
kind
you
of makes
wanna use
sense
my
that Duck
turn
would
then?
figure this out. You actually do find roughly 1,000 zenith worth of magic spell components in this room. Belladonna, Nightshade, Wolfsbane, etc., including some arcane flora like peeping poppies, leech lilies, and biting blossoms. All of which can not only be used by wizards for spell components, but also just can be sold on their own for, non-wizards to try their hand at making magical concoctions. And the actual arcane flora are highly prized for the gardens of nobility, and in much the way that rare animals are often bought as creatures to live in menageries.
Menageries.
Well, this would definitely fetch a good price. Was there anything special about the fountain and the fish?
You look in, there's just some very nice, big, well-fed fish. Although as you look in, they all start looking to you, and then they do that thing that like koi will do, where they stick their heads just above the waterline and then gulp their mouths in clear hope that you're going to get them breadcrumbs.
I crumble up one of the biscuits and I feed the fish.
They enjoy it.
I just realized the layout. Oh, sorry.
You gotta enjoy the simple pleasures in life while you got them. I'm glad I get to do a little bit. That's it.
The map is laid out in a Fibonacci spiral.
Pretty incredible. They're still alive.
It makes me wonder, like, adventurers have come into this tower and have never returned, and we haven't found anything indicating that.
Is that what Pierre said?
Yeah, like,
he said that, like, he's been able to successfully loot the place so far.
Okay, well, now I'm a little concerned.
Well, there was that riddle room. Maybe people were just really stupid.
Not true.
But, like, there wasn't even, like, abandoned gear or nothing. And the other floors would have been looted to high heaven, they wouldn't be as pristine as this. Wonder if it has to do with that Andromelius fella you were talking about earlier.
I don't think he's
If he's related-
the sort of person that would feed your fish for you.
Let's just hope this keeps being smooth. A smooth operation, please.
Oh, we can hope so.
I was waiting
What
for
in
you
the
guys to be in each other again.
What in the Sam hell is this?
You find a library full of grimoires. And on a reading stand in the center of the room, there is a particularly nasty-looking one with wrinkled leather for the binding. If you flip open to look at the front cover, you'll see it resembles a groaning human face.
Oh, good.
If you go past the front cover and look at the title page of the book, it says, The Goetic Maleficarium.
Why am I always the one who touches these? Yeah. So these are magic tomes. You could sell these for a high price.
Oh, for sure it sounds expensive. Let's grab it.
Well, there's
Yeah.
multiples. You grab the other ones. I'll touch this one because it's probably harder for me to
Already
summon
grabbed
some.
it.
And,
Wait.
okay.
Should we make sure they're not like booby trapped or something?
You say that as Duck's already picked up the book, and his
Hey,
eyes looks down like,
Hey,
oh.
As you do it, nothing happens. It seems, again,
Huh.
it seems like Pessimist was pretty confident no one was going to rob him.
This is
Or
where-
perhaps if someone was going to rob him, he'd see it coming.
I'm pretty sure that's human skin, by the way.
And I'm a goblin.
Look
And
at
it's
him,
something called
him.
I mean, that's fair. They just...
Best fucking response.
You're not wrong. That's a Goetic Maleficarium. I don't know what that means. It's not like we can pick the book up by its cover and be like, "Excuse me, Mr. Book, what are you about?"
Check out the book. You talk.
Names.
Oh,
Many residents of hell, which can be summoned by the Exorcist to give them power beyond imagining.
Neat.
Yes, very much so.
what can you tell us about a Andromalius?
Merely go upstairs, and you will know all you need to know.
Oh, ominous.
That is very ominous. If you're not comfortable holding him, I'll hold him.
Oh no, he's fine with me.
That's fair.
You find 15 other spell books, which, while not particularly useful to any of you, would be very useful to wizards and even non-wizards if they are just interested in magic, and can be sold for a pretty penny by Pierre.
Oh, Duck has an idea. She's going to look to see if there's any that are. This is stupid. Any that are like beginners introductory spell books.
There actually are. There are some basics of magic books. They seem a bit older and more worn than the others, almost as if these are sentimental keepsakes from Pestimus's childhood.
Okay, Duck will find one and be like, well, we do know a certain kid who seems to have a gift with fire we could send this off to.
That's fair.
Our gift giving? Did you get bit by that charity bug too, Duck?
I saw you doting on that kid too. Don't you try that.
I did no such thing.
I gotta say, it is kind of fun to have a reverse wizard's tower where the rooms get bigger the further up you go. That's kind of nice.
It's really funny because it didn't look like that's how it was formed on the outside.
Yeah, it's not how it looked, but
Yeah, I'm getting dizzy.
Yeah, you know, I
The
wasn't
damn
thinking
thing
of
just don't make
that.
sense.
Thanks for making that now on my mind.
now come on, let's go see what upstairs, what the creepy tome told us was upstairs about Andromalius, which makes me wonder what shenanigans our crazy wizard got into.
Hold on now. Hold on now. What if we just left at this point?
No.
Think about if it's a reverse tower trying to trick adventurers, they go down to the basement, find nothing, and leave. Think about all the unlooted treasures. I mean, those tomes are going to get you a pretty penny there, my friend. Think about what's upstairs.
From that creepy talking book, probably nothing any good.
Yes. But
Maybe
if we
the explanation for why people have gone missing like you were so whimsically thinking
I'm just
on.
warning. I'm just warning. And he's saying this as he's going upstairs. Besides, what's a demon gonna want to do with an undead skeleton? I'm already possessing myself. I'm not worth anything to a deal.
Already possessing myself.
Alright.
Doesn't even make sense.
That's technically how it works.
It is.
So
It's just really fucking funny.
And he's doing it just for the bit. He doesn't realize that's how it actually works. He thinks that's just a joke.
Well, the music changed.
Okay. We're going to ascend the stairs to the final room and the tower,
There's the bitch.
ew.
wherein you
How do
see
you do that art?
standing with his arms crossed a towering creature clad in blue, silver, and gold armor with two leathery dragon wings growing from about the middle of his back. Scaly skin, digitigrade legs that don't end quite in hooves or claws, but something in between the two. A helmet that has a horn sticking out of one side, and just the faint nub of a horn that has been sawed off, kind of poking through the other. The creature stands in the center of a strange sort of magic rune that none of you recognized before, a sort of a very complex circle of geometric shapes. And as he stands there, he sees you all come up and says, "Oy, all right, ask your questions and I will give you your prophecy as best as I am able, despite the fact that prophecy and knowledge of the world and all things is not, in fact, my specialty, and the fact that people keep using me for this purpose seems asinine."
Oh yeah, we saw what happened to Pestimus. Or
I take
Seemed to
it you're
die personally.
Artorias.
What?
Andrew Malleus.
What was
Sorry,
Andrew
what did
Malleus.
you call me? Oh, yes, Andromalius, yes. I am the demon Andromalius, here as your prophet and guide to the world of Midgahheim in the near future, the far future, the past. Whatever you wish to see, I will peer into the ether and find the answers you seek.
How long have you...
Oh, sorry.
Oh, sorry. How long have you been up here?
Andromalius looks around. I do not see windows. I do not know how one tells time without being able to see the sun on this plane of existence. It has been a very long while.
Well, I don't need any prophecies. Didn't come here
Yeah,
with
there's only
prophecies.
one piece that I'm interested in.
We just met a fortune teller like a day or two ago.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. I'm not exactly good at them, so...
That's fair.
We no offense,
Um,
but we literally came to rob you.
Well, not you, whoever.
Pessimist.
Unless you are Pessimist.
You're thieves? I'm not fond of thieves.
Well, maybe not thieves. Well, I am a thief, but that's not right now. We're more like looters, scavengers.
Pestimus has been dead for approximately 5 years, and no one has come back from the tower alive, so
Oh.
we were asked to go take a look.
Looters? Come on, Duck. We're better than that. We're
Okay, salvagers.
we're investors.
Doop doop.
Yes. Salvage is a... do not touch the circle. You will regret.
Well, he gets stuck in it with you.
No, but when he is within my power, in which case I will be honor bound to slay him.
Is there a way I can disrupt the circle?
You would not want to do that. Again, if I am not bound by the circle, then I am free to act as I am told, in which case I am honor bound by the oaths I have sworn to my superiors to kill you, and you all seem like nice enough fellows, so...
Duck pulls out the bow. Is he telling the truth?
Yes. He is Andromalius, great servant of the Prince of Pandemonium. He has sworn oaths to raise strife and discord in the mortal realm.
Yeah, the creepy book is speaking speeches too, yes.
Oh, maybe quick huddle, guys, real quick.
Well, thanks for being polite and warning us about that.
It's no problem.
Dumb idea. I get a lot of those, but we turn him loose against the Bretonch army.
I mean, that could be a really good strategy. I don't think they'd see it coming.
I also don't think he's gonna be discerning.
Intent.
It sounds like a dumb plan to me.
Like I said, I opened with it being a dumb plan.
You could like ask him if he would.
This is true. If we free you on the terms that you'd go cause strife, mayhem, and what the other thing the book said, would you be able to direct that at a particular set of Arsel?
Andromalius pauses and looks at you queerly.
Duck
You-
deactivates the glamour. Sorry.
You keep speaking of freeing me. You do know I am a demon.
Yeah, and
Is it not within your best interest to keep me chained?
Not
I got a weird
particularly.
feeling
I've-
about keeping people in chains.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've only met one thing that I can surely say deserved to be in chains, and you don't look like a Fomorian to me.
And then Andrew Malice looks around. If you were to free me, by the oaths I have sworn, it would be my duty to slay you horribly as a horrific betrayal of your trust and altruism, to remind you of how worthless your kind are in comparison to those of us who dwell below in the underworld.
You want to do that?
No, not particularly. And he fidgets for a moment. I have been up here too often, and when I was younger, it was easy to believe what the princes say, that all you mortals are trash, deserving of our scorn and cruelty, that should be dragged down to the pits of hell and tortured for all eternity. It was easy to believe that. It flattered the ego, but I've been up here too often, doing their business. And I have known that while some of you definitely do deserve all the tortures we can devise, there are some that are decent, good even, that perhaps deserve to be spared such things. He taps one of his feet. I am a warrior. I have sworn oaths. One of those oaths is an oath of a warrior's code. Do any of you understand a warrior's code?
Yes.
Yes.
If you could best me in combat, prove your worth in battle, I could stay my hand under the oath that, as a warrior, I am honor-bound to respect those that have proven enough of a match to be worthy of such respect. In which case, I would not be bound to destroy you in a wicked betrayal that undercuts you to the core as you die. In which case, you could free me, and we could go about our ways.
And if I'm already dead, does that count?
You are still on this mortal coil. You do not truly know what death is yet.
That's fair. Okay.
Hold on there. You're not seriously thinking of letting this guy loose and just hoping we have a chance of beating him up, right? Because, like,
You should not let me loose until you have defeated me in combat. Do not disturb the sigil. I will remain bound here. My powers tempered. It will be a fair fight, and I will not be able to kill you if should you step out.
Because look at that guy.
Look. I mean, we're building confidence here. We're going after your dilator because he's causing a fourth fucking goblin war. This is a good warm up.
There's
You
a
gotta
war
build
going
yourself up. Oh, there's a fourth goblin war starting. It's why
Yeah.
I'm back alive again.
Duck turns off her glamour.
Goblins. Goblins are the little frog peoples.
Yes.
Yes, we are.
No, yes, yeah, okay, okay. So you're fighting on the goblin side or the human side, or
Well, it's
who are the goblins
technically
warring against?
No, it's more that one human nation is using the excuse of exterminating goblins in another human country as an excuse to go, basically raid it and loot it.
Pillage, loot, murder, burn. The whole works.
His body language goes from casual to very at attention. So it is an army of thieves.
We've already passed a town that they burned to the ground with only one survivor. A child we left in the care of the church, right?
Yeah, one of the churches.
They are motivated by greed. Sinners
Yes.
of greed, you could say.
Yes. much so.
Tries not to glance at Flavian.
Andromalius clicks his feet again and begins sort of tapping his elbows as he holds his crossed arms. You could make a winning case out of this yet. Oh. I would like very much for you to free me. Let us have a battle.
This is, hold on, guys. He said he's a demon, you know. Talked about serving people who want to, like, punish everything. Like, are we really sure this is exactly a good idea?
It doesn't sound like he's really on board with them much anymore.
Well, let me think of it this way. In the worst case scenario, he helps stray attentions from the invading army and punishes the sinners of greed. You know, a whole army of thieves and things like that. Which means he gives them distracted, and it might mean more people live, which means profits will be better, and you'll do better in your business.
But didn't you hear all those pots earlier about him saying how he'd betray us because that's what demons do to show how pitiful we mortals are? Like,
But
this
if-
should all be a setup.
Well, the thing is, by Warrior's Code, which I understand you're not a fighter, if we match him or best him in combat, we're honor bound by rules and things like that, right, Kurgan?
Yeah.
I am compelled by this circle not to tell lies. Not that I was ever very good at it anyway.
Unless that's also a lie.
No, it's
Could be
not.
true.
Trust me. That could be true, but normally those circles aren't. I learned a little bit from my wife. She was into weird stuff.
Was looking through the book, but like does a double take, and was like, biscuits and demonology. Huh? You had an interesting wife. Looks through the book. Is he telling the truth?
Yes. He has been bound by the exorcist. This is how we have power over the damned. We will force him to speak truths and reveal great secrets of the future. And then
Okay, yeah,
we will
thanks. Tuck
pray
it away.
to measure up. Hey, don't cut me off. No, that's rude.
Shoves him in his back.
Fucking.
And I was like, wait, no, I was going to use you, and pulls it back out.
Well, thank you. Yes, I have more to say. Much, much more.
Doc looks back to Art, and then realizes it's too late to give it back.
I mean, if you want me to have it, I
No,
can
I
take
can
it.
use it for. I can make use of this
That's
specifically because it boosts
that's more-
his spells.
That's fair. You got your spells. I got my little commands. All right, everybody
The reason
ready?
you bound that thing in human skin?
I'm a goblin, so
You don't have access to other animals? Why'd you give it a face?
we didn't make it. We just picked him up in the room like next door.
Humans are very
Okay.
strange.
Yeah, this is weird.
You should see the rest of the place. Oh, did you turn Pestimus into rats?
I do not have the power to inflict such a thing unless he stepped into the circle, and he was very wise not to step into the circle. I do not know
there's
what has
just a
happened.
whole swarm of
This is
rats
actually the
dressed like
first I've heard
lizards.
that. Oh yeah, he likes doing that. He would I mean, Andres puts his forehead in the palm of his hand. He'd come up here and show me time to time the different outfits he made for the rats. I tried to feign approval, but the circle wouldn't let me, and he got
Oh,
very
no.
offended each time.
I'm sorry.
It's I don't get it. I don't get why he was so proud of putting rats in clothes. Is there small creatures? You force them to wear clothes. What is the point of this?
Humans find it cute.
I guess I don't understand it.
don't know. I like this guy. So,
Oh, I'm prepared to get in a fight. If some people don't want to, that's understandable.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
No shame if you don't want to fight.
question to the book. Does silver have an effect against demons?
My master. What?
Does silver
Sorry, I
have
was
an
calling you master and then I talked over you.
Does silver have an effect against demons?
Yes, yes. Demons can be hurt by symbols of purity. If you believe in the purity of silver, which you must, it will do great damage to the demon.
Good to know. So,
Oh, so
for everyone.
that's like a little narc book you have. It's like a little narc.
I am the forbidden lore.
You're a narc, is what you are. You're a little rat, little snitch.
Of course, the demon would have beef with the Demonomicon.
You don't know what a narc is.
Little sneak.
Has little tattles, little tattletale. You're going to kiss the teacher's ass? Oh wait, public education's not a thing yet. You're going to kiss the master's ass, you little piece of shit?
I'm at here and saying that to my face. Oh wait, you can't because you're in a summoning circle, you dumb bastard.
Oh, I'm going to fuck you up!
Do you want to
Duck's
just have
just
it out with
holding-
the two of you?
I want to fuck up the
Duck's
book!
just holding the book out and just like looking through the group like, what do I do?
Out of
Demon bitch got
character.
caught in a summoning circle. Oh, I'm going to destroy you.
Out of character. This is the curse flaring up, buddy.
Oh my god, you're right. Because I was
Shit talking book.
Montblanc didn't have to put up with this.
Montblanc never tried to talk to the book, to be fair. Probably
Oh, he
would have
did.
if I had said something.
Well, maybe that's Bleak Annis's secret. She didn't put in, a mouth. She didn't install a mouth.
Hers had an eye.
Yeah.
It just made disapproving faces at you.
Alright, Flavian, if you don't want to fight,
I
just
have
go
no
on
mouth and I must
downstairs.
judge.
You're insane.
Yeah, we are.
Oh, look, I've already died once, and these people lost their home, and Moncher keeps a literal pot that I'm pretty sure has human corpses in it. I think I saw him sneak into the mausoleum after I left, but I'm not sure. We're not normal. So let's fight a demon so he can get out, and we can all have a good time.
Well, at least if you're gonna be foolish enough to let this demon loose, at least I better have tried to prove my worth too, I suppose.
And
Alright.
Malleus looks you up and down, Flavian says, one of the things I am quite well aware of is where lost gold is hidden.
Careful, it might be a trap. He goes after greedy people.
That's true. Good point.
I go after thieves.
Oh, but this would be a reward. Correct.
Yes.
Okay. I mean, he's telling the truth.
Alright.
Alright. If we are doing this, we are doing this. Andrew Malleus spreads his wings wide. Serpents emerge from little holes at the top of his gauntlets and slither down his arms to rest in his hands. And he throws his arms wide and says, "Have at you.
Do any of us
Let's
want
roll initiative, gang."
Okay.
I mean, you can if you want to.
Yeah, do we want to heal up before we start doing the fight?
I'll allow you to.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pop a potion before I fight.
Same.
don't.
I just realized.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
not gonna trust how hard he hits.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that too.
Yeah, I
Same.
forgot that I was 7 or 13 down.
What do we got?
Back to full.
I still got 9 inventory points. I assume Andromalius is not a villain.
He is not, oddly enough.
Okay.
Mechanically, at the very least.
Wait,
Good job, Grugan.
Initiative.
Rugen has great initiative usually.
Now. Now that
Oh
it's
yeah,
not
you got the
negative.
belt.
All right, you guys beat him in the initiative roll, so you get to go first.
I'm gonna use this.
Andromalius has 5 targets. His 2 wings, his 2 serpent extensions of his arms, and then his main body.
Okay. I'm gonna use the high speed action to perform a hinder action to shoot his wings with the hope of inflicting slow. Aim at wing to hopefully inflict slow.
Nice.
There it is.
Damn!
Nice.
Very nice. All right, and then one of you gets to go because that was a bonus action, correct?
Yes.
Do you want me to go to start doing the cheese?
Do you want to start doing the cheese? You can start doing the cheese.
I'll start doing the cheese. Which means I spend 10 mind points. And then I'll activate my charging
I mean, we
cavalry.
already
We'll do charging cavalry because I don't think giving the boss a buff is a great idea in this situation. So hey, Grugan,
Mm-hmm.
attack!
Okay. Okay, Grugan,
Damn.
you're on some
God
crap
dang.
today.
Holy shit! Well, you get an opportunity.
Okay, so can't remember what the opportunities are. I have to pull up the dogs.
Oh. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, we've got them right here thanks to DZ. So
Think it easy.
Okay. How about I scan it? It'll let me see a vulnerability or one trait.
Okay. All right. He is vulnerable to light.
Okay.
And resistant to dark.
That makes sense.
Yeah, yeah. He's the goddamn devil. Okay. He's gonna go ahead.
Before that, because I've done my ability, my other thing kicks in. So, hey, Monsieur, why don't you stab him?
Bada bing, bada boom. 1 second. Gotta.
And you're all aiming for the trunk, right? Not the wings? Or the snakes?
Yeah, I was.
Yeah. Bing, ba boom. Does that hit?
That does not.
I'm gonna use another fabulous point to reroll that one.
Mm-hmm. Smart.
Yeah, 1 second. Let me do the roll and then
Oh no.
Well, life is cruel sometimes. So it was alright. It was a free action, wasn't it?
I think it was. Was it,
What?
Gray?
No,
No, that is your turn.
Okay. Then no. No, it was not.
Okay. That's fine. He is going to use a couple of fun abilities he has. Or at least one of them. Yeah, we'll do this one. He's going to spend 10 Mind Stoids to invoke Blade Storm, giving his attack multi. And because he's capable of flying, he's able to match you on your own territory, mon cher.
Shit.
wondering about that.
And so he's going to attack Moncher and Grugan with the 30-piece silver bastard sword.
That is,
It's been given.
that is quite a name.
Wow, shit. Did that not come out right?
Did you...
Yeah, that
What's the actual
really
check?
is-
There we
that
go.
Oh,
God
Oh.
damn!
Oh,
Oh,
well, that's not great. It's not great for you.
was- So we both get that.
Yep, you both take that crit.
so, what exactly does crit entail?
Well, you take all that sweet, tasty damage. There's actually some specific things. It's very rare that my villains get to crit. So let me look it up real quick. I'm used to just telling you, to get your opportunities out. Okay, critical success. So yeah, which means it tricks easy even if it's below the difficult level. You have to apply the effects of an opportunity. What opportunity am I going to give myself here? He's going to add a bond of admiration with Grugan.
Okay. Is that who again? So
Yeah.
he formed a bond of admiration with me?
Yes. Don't worry about it. That's
I
not building for anything later.
Excuse me, I am. Sorry.
Alright. Well, that's his turn.
I have something that could possibly help.
Okay. Go for it. I don't know if I can hit him. because
Might
he's
be the
flying.
last one. I know, Flavian, you still have your normal turn. I'm going to. Sorry, what?
Oh, I thought, does Grugan still have his normal turn too?
I do actually. The,
Yeah.
The crushing chariot, or not the crushing chariot. The charging cavalry just lets me go.
So since this is against the demon, my new sassy mouthed book, this gets a +4 to it. 11.
That's just wait. Magic? Let me see. That's enough.
Yeah, because the book says I get a +4 to
Yeah.
magic checks made against demons and a +4 to opposed checks against demons with offensive spells.
Absolutely does.
And if it does this consider an offensive spell? Because if it is, he is shaken.
You
I'll allow
got
it.
a check for it, so I think it is.
Yeah, I'll allow it.
So I'll just, put my magic circle around the magic circle on the ground and slow him up.
Nice. Very nice. He cocks his head at you. That was a good move. But he just formed that beautiful bond of affection with Grugan.
Action, huh?
She's bond towards Elise. Okay. All right. So he's gonna attack Grugan with the 30-piece silver bastard sword. Does that hit?
Let me see. I have to check actually.
Right as if it didn't.
My defense is exactly 17, so.
Excellent. That means his agony comes into play. After you deal damage to one or more creatures, if you have bond towards at least one of those creatures, you may recover skill points, hit points, and mind points.
He's doing some Dark Blade shit.
How much? 17 damage?
Mm-hmm.
I am in crisis.
Oh no!
Damn.
I think Grugan and Flavian are left.
Yep.
Oh, we could have given the bow to Grugan. That candle bow.
Yeah, I don't have anything that's ranged otherwise, so.
I think that would be a good one for you then. For this fight.
But he's flying currently?
So he's able to fly with his wings functional, which means he can match Moncher when Moncher's in the air and then land to attack you guys. He's not doing the nasty thing the Griffin was capable of doing, where he can, or the Phoenix, where he's able to fly up and avoid taking damage and then land.
Okay.
Okay.
That makes more sense.
Okay.
Alright, then.
Because otherwise, like, we can do objective actions to try to make him ground him, basically.
You don't need to worry about that. He's within hitting range. He lands each time. This is an honorable fight.
I'll go, and I'm going to use the hinder action again. Flavian's going to try to shoot at the other wing to inflict weak this time.
Backing the
Very
debuffs.
nice. You do that
I guess doing some
good
good damage.
damage and officially bring him into crisis.
Well, I don't think
at
it's
which-
damage.
Oh, doesn't it? Don't I see a damage roll there?
No, because it's a hinder action, I'm just trying to inflict a status
Oh.
effect.
All right, then you do the status effect. You're good. All right. Seeing Grugan's looking a little worse for wear. What tasty thing can I do here?
The slow isn't affecting him.
Oh, it is. Oh, yeah. I guess I would. Yeah, I guess he would lose this turn. All right. Yeah, you're good.
Okay, so he's inflicted with slow and weak.
And shaken.
Oh, did you get shaken too? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to figure out what I want to do. I'm going to do withstand. Perform the guard action. And then not. So
DZ.
Easy.
So instead of, covering another person or anything, he's just gonna stand there, put his axe up, and take a big deep breath. Let's see. I don't get a lot of hit points back, but I'm going to up my die size for might to 12.
Nice.
Excellent.
So I'm just out of crisis now because I got my hit points back. So, but at the end of my next turn, I'm gonna smack the shit out of it.
Good.
Top of the turn now, I think.
I believe so.
I believe so.
Can I try? Oh, sorry.
No, I'm just wondering, do we want to do the cheese thing again?
If you want to try something.
No, it's not. That's something that's going to be tactically good. I just want to try soul stealing from him
I was wondering about that too.
because I'm gonna. Since Rawhead, I wasn't able to from him. I'm just like, I'm antsy now, but
Do it.
I don't want to.
Do it. Do it.
Get some good shit.
Go for it. There's a reason I've been inflicting status effects.
Dex and willpower. Hold on, let me go. Rolls. But this is stupid. Would I be able to get the bonus from the Maleficarium on this?
Yes, you would.
Oh, nice.
If there's one thing the Goetic Maleficarium excels at, it's helping people exploit demons for their own personal gain.
Okay, so D8 plus 4. 15.
All right. Which would you like? An accessory, an armor, or a weapon?
Ooh. Go with the accessory.
Okay. You get a Helm of Vigilance, which gives +2 to defense and initiative.
Ooh.
All right. Is that your turn?
Yep.
All right. He points to Moncher. Are you ready?
Yes.
All right.
Wait, what
17
am I
hit you?
agreeing to?
He attacks you with a sword.
Yes, it does.
This is what the
Oh, wait.
is.
Wait, I gotta re-roll those because you guys weakened me, so I gotta re-roll those D10s. Oh, does a 6 plus a 6 hit you? Does a 12 hit you, Moncher?
No.
All right, he misses.
Apparently I was. Anyone have any plans, or can I punch him in the face?
Go for it.
Go for it.
Go for it.
Alright. I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky.
That hits. Just barely, but that hits. And you officially put him into crisis, at which point, staggering backward, he spits a little bit of black blood out of his helmet. And throws his arms wide and says, I concede. You have bested me in the battle. By my honor as a warrior, we are evenly matched.
You did it.
Okay.
Is Grugan disappointed? He's just like bracing up. He's like, oh, it's over.
No, it's fine. I hit the shit out of him at the start.
Having defeated me, you may ask a boon. I suggest you ask that the boon be that I spare your lives from now until your natural mortal end.
Yeah, that one for sure.
Works for me.
Seems like a good idea, yeah.
I'm down for that.
That's a good idea, Bookie.
Yes, and soon you can make your own circle and can force him to make your own whims. He shall do what and be your slave.
Okay.
I don't like your book.
Eh,
I don't think I like our book either.
I'll try to.
Hey, come fool guy.
Some manners.
Worst comes to worst, you can always put it in the jar.
Hey, no.
Terrible threat. I'm sorry.
Oh my god. Would the book's cover be like jerky for Muncher? Because it's dried humans.
In the Army of Darkness Marvel Zombies crossover that existed, Ash convinces the Necronomicon to side with him by pointing out that since the Marvel Zombies have been eating like everything, even fucking robots, there's no reason why a talking book should think it's safe from them.
I mean,
It is bound in leather, so like it's as edible as fucking Ultron was. Arguably more so.
Yeah, they were able to eat Galactus of all things, so yeah, a magic book made out of skin should be fine.
okay, so
Okay.
how do we
So
get you out of that?
he points to the circle. This is a very delicate pentagram. Calling it a pentagram is a misnomer, I suppose. Geometry is not one of my subjects either. If you disrupt the lines, the conduit of magic will cease to flow, and I will no longer be bound to the circle. I will be allowed to move freely of my own will, and theoretically eventually return to where I came from.
You might probably don't touch it like with yourself there.
Oh no, I'm not.
I would
touch it
suggest not
myself.
doing it.
I will use my wonderful little weapon I got that has a blade on a stick, and I'll just cut the line here and sachet it so you have a path out.
All right, and when you do, all the searing magic light flickers off, and the markings just become smoking ash on the ground, and Andromalius takes a step forward. Looking at you all, he takes a moment to assess you, and then reaches up, lifts off his helmet, and shows you his face. In which case, you see him. The left side of his face is missing an eye, as well as having one of its horns sawed off near to a stump. The draconic fin-like ear is shredded on that side, clearly a scar of some battle he's incurred. He has very harsh, angular features, an aquiline nose, and scaly reptilian skin. And as he addresses you with an eye that seems to burn in its socket from the light that glows from its iris, and speaks with a fang-lined mouth, he says, "It is unusual for me to be in this position, but I must thank you. I did not think I would be set free by any mortal's choice."
I don't particularly like this kind of forced existence.
He sheaves his sword and looks around. So there is a war going on, with people robbing this country for their own profit.
Yes. It would be Sir George Gaston II and his crew over in the town across the river. They are preparing to march, but they are trying to go through a handful of formalities that they aren't able to because there's a person who's supposed to be there and she's not there. And I wouldn't bet much of him being too much patient for too much longer, because his men have already started sacking the countryside, but they haven't done the big city on this side yet, on the island in between the two.
So a great number of thieves waiting to be sent to a deserved fate below. And he smiles. Yes. Yes, this is no longer a humiliation. It is an opportunity. How do I know this army from others? How do I know this army of thieves?
The Bretonch wear a lot of red, and their banners look like this, and he's going to describe the Bretonch banners because I can't remember exactly what they look like.
Yeah, and just draw it out in the ash.
Art will help try to gesture with his outdated armors, like, these kind of look like this, but nice and new.
I see. I see. All right. Are there any? Is there any armed resistance against these people that I should know about? The allies in the fight.
Well, we are actually on our way to begin that. Our plan is to gather the assistance of the different fairy strongholds that are here in this country.
Shit, I forgot that I had my goddamn glamour on this entire time. And he's gonna drop
Oh yeah, Duck has had her glamour off.
Oops.
And Andrew Malley smiles. It didn't work anyway.
I didn't think it did, but, you know, it's better to be honest.
Courtesy, yes. All right. I don't know if I would be welcome among fairy courts. They do have a history of paying tithes. They generally are not very willing in the sacrifice.
No, it just that they're the ones that are most likely to be fighting on the other side.
We do know of a human who seemed like she would be interested in forming an armed resistance, and she had some abilities that were starting to manifest. It seemed, a woman that wasn't hurt by fire, with a very large personal grudge against them.
Woman here, this town.
That's the thing. We haven't seen her since. We're not sure if she's alive yet still, but I don't think they could have caught her. At least I hope.
Now they are raising resistance against the army of thieves that you have lost. Would it be repaying of a debt if I found this woman for you? Alive and well?
I would count it as such, yes.
Yeah, sure.
Good. I am of Pandemonium. We do not keep debts going. I shall find this woman for you, and I shall send word to you once I have, and where you can meet her.
Her name is
Together we shall form.
Let's see.
Together we shall form a strong resistance. You said her name was
Johanna, and this is me blanking. I can't remember the last name.
Dupree.
Johanna Dupree. She is the sister of the little girl we mentioned.
I shall find this Johanna Dupree. I shall bring her to safe harbor, and together we shall kill these thieves and send them to hell.
I'm sure she's going to like you.
I swear on this, by my bones and my blood, is a demon of pandemonium. Until then, farewell. The many mortals I have met, I think I like you. And then he disappears in a cloud of black and red brimstone smoke. And there you go. You've befriended the demon Andromalius, whose name literally means bad guy.
I mean, look, I wasn't gonna leave him just to rot up here for other people to use. He's obviously not in a good spot, and he doesn't belong here. It's like letting out. It's like when you catch a lynx in your attic, and you gotta throw the lynx back out in the woods. Like, yeah, there's a risk you're gonna get hurt, and yeah, you could just kill it, but you just grab it by the scruff, and you go, "Here, we're just gonna get you outside," and you chuck him out past the chickens, and he just bolts.
I don't know if that's the same thing that we just did.
Well, no, he's a person. He's not a cat.
Also, he's definitely gonna go murder the shit out of some people.
Well, yes.
I
That was
wasn't
the goal.
expecting my harebrained idea of, hey, let's unleash the demon against the bad guys would actually be what worked.
You weren't expecting it to be actually what your DM planned.
I mean, that
mean-
must be why human glamour.
To be fair, TT, I kind of expected that you wanted us to free him because he's dressed like Boba Fett.
And
Also-
Soundwave.
Yeah, his chest piece, every time I look at it, his chest piece is Soundwave's head.
It's literally Soundwave's head.
Fair enough. I was just like, well, he's gonna be stuck up here. That would suck. Look, I've been in a crypt unconscious for 60 years. I know what it's like.
I mean, the guy that trapped him here is dead. He's probably gonna get real fucking bored, so...
And that just leaves somebody to come up and be like, I die, foul demon, and it's not his fucking fault. He's up here, you know what I mean?
Hey,
Isn't that right? Isn't that right? Book with a man's face.
hey,
I'm
dear
sorry, I was-
wolfheads, are we
I
cool?
was-
Yeah, we're cool.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I was thinking of chat books. So I wasn't listening while we were asking.
What books?
Chat. Don't worry about it. Just slim little chat books.
I mean, like, someone would be like, die, foul demon, and it's not that guy's fault, you know what I mean?
Turn my glamour back on and walk outside.
I gotta turn the
Yeah.
glamour back on and walk back outside.
Like those two is like,
Alright, so, thought process. When we go talk to our sales friend, we give him the magic clothes, we give him the books, and we keep the rest for ourselves. And then if we feel guilty about it, we can give it to him to sell later.
I've never once felt guilty about an interaction with Pierre. Oh no, that's not true. One time I bought something from him, and it was way overpriced, like very unusual for Pierre.
As you guys exit the tower, it immediately crumbles upon itself and falls to pieces.
oh shit, did we get everything? Like the plants?
Yeah, you got everything. I'm assuming you harvested it as soon as you found it.
Oh no, the fish!
Dozens of rats crawl out of the rubble and scatter into the forest, all of them wearing little wizard outfits.
Good luck, wizard rats. Have fun.
What about the fish?
Fuck the fish!
Oh no!
Oh, no.
That's that's literally true in this situation. Fish got fucked.
Okay, I thought you meant the other way. And was like, they're not mermaids.
I mean, I guess figuratively true. It's yeah. All right. You bring
We weren't going to
you,
be able to haul them over to the river.
you bring the
We
things
were
to
not
Pierre, and
bringing
he is
basically. Sorry.
He is ecstatic. He thanks you so much for what you've got. He promises to sell and make a tidy sum. And you can stay in Relican, or next place he seems to be headed is Melonbury. When you get to Melonbury, he'll be there waiting for you with payday. Should you decide to move out of Relican in the next couple of days before he can sell all the goods. But he's overwhelmingly thankful. And before we end for the night, because we are reaching Shady's Cinderella hour, I would like to ask, where on the map do we think we're going next? We have been told that Castle Broche has a noblewoman who might be a useful help to the campaign. Philippe Talbot is going to be in Jevour, the city of Jevour, investigating some sort of feral beast. Dame Sangren and Pierre will eventually be in Melonbury. Dame Sangren is already there. Pierre will be heading there in a couple of days after he's done selling what he can here in Relican. And then the 3 goblin strongholds are Nain Rouge, the stronghold of the Grumboug, and Bet Elle Belle, all the way on the right side of the map. So where exactly do we think we're heading of our areas of interest? And I'll go ahead and highlight them for us.
What about Fort Morago?
So here's the thing. Fort Morago is technically in Angelsex. It's across the river there. You might have heard of it, but you probably have not visited it. And if you knew anything about it, you might. No, you wouldn't, because if you did, it wouldn't be here anymore. Duck might know about it, and Grugan might know about it. It contains. It was founded by survivors of the goblins that were employed by the Dark Lord Morkill during what has been retroactively called the First Goblin War.
Fair.
Now, no matter where you go from Relican, you are going to have to spend a certain amount of time in the Belle Dormant Woods, because it's big and there is not a clear road anywhere. Like, even if you're following on the outskirts, you're going to be by it for a very long chunk of time, like theoretically a session. You have a guidebook that'll help you out through it, but it's still big. It's a large wilderness.
Yeah.
So might be safest and I guess efficient to go to Melonbury, talk to the Duchess. That's what she was, right?
Dame, the Duchess is in Castle Broche.
Right.
The Dame Sangren of Champagan is in Melonbury.
Okay. Yeah, it might be go there, speak to her, and then take the more narrow bit of ford this narrow bit of forest to get to Jevour.
Yeah,
I thought that purple line made sense.
yeah, because
Yeah.
if we get to Melonbury and get our payday from Pierre, that would help us shop in Melonbury.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's like the next biggest place next to Lutetia, right?
Yep.
So the only thing I see with our current route is after Castle Broche, because it looks like the land won't let us go straight in a diagonal. We'd have to go up this way by Firmfield and then run by Barbarin's Fortress to get to Nain Rouge. We could go from Castle Broche through the Bramblewoods and wind up in the Field of Desolés.
Yeah, because it does look like there's a pass between the Juravos Mountains.
Yes.
Yeah, so follow the purple line until Castle Broche, and then either go this way or this way. But for now, I think we're going to Melonbury.
All right.
Yeah,
sounds good to me.
Talking to the Dame is probably our most immediate concern.
All right. Well, then I think that wraps it up for tonight's session of Currents of War.